Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm here this evening to do a final flip through of my Fairy Rose journal that I have created from the Teapot Fairies collection from Shabby Art Boutique. I have already gone through part of this. I've had 3 other videos. One was to make these hidden paper clip tea bag holders, one of which I used in this journal. The second video was to show you the cover and how I did that, and the third video was the first half of this journal. So what I'm going to do is flip through to the part where I stopped on the last video, and then I'll talk in detail about those pages toward the end. I have chosen to tie this closed with this pretty recycled silk ribbon that matches perfectly the colors in Carrie Ann's kit. And it is fastened on in the back with this journal card. I glued it on so it would stay with the journal. And so I'm going to untie this and we're going to see what's inside. The only thing I've added on the cover since I showed you the cover in the video is I put some lace down the edge of the binding here just to reinforce this because it's kind of a fat journal with lots of pages. And the other thing I did was I glued this pretty ribbon up here that matches our tie. And I had these cute things that I ordered, and I don't even remember why, but I have a lot of them. And it's a little bottle with a cork in it. And it comes with the little bottles and the cork and little funnel where you can put stuff in there. And this screw eye, whatever it's called, that fastens in the top. So I got this all put together with some little tiny iridescent beads and some small sequins. And my idea was that this is the pixie dust that the fairies spread around in the forest in the nighttime. And also on this hook I have some cheesecloth and a little piece of lace and some of our leaves and a piece of ribbon. So that's just fastened on there, our pixie dust. And if you remember, this has the door that opens and shows the little fairy inside. And I'll just remind you that all the fairy wings, I've used my sparkle pen so that they have a kind of an iridescent look, and also on the butterfly wings, all the way through on all the tags and everything. So let's just flip through here until I get to the part that's new, and I'll go through it with more detail. I've added lots of lace and ruffles throughout the journal on the edges and the bottom to make this journal beautiful. This inside front cover has a pocket, and this here opens up to reveal a space to write. I'll go ahead and open this up, and it just opens up like this so that there's room for writing. And I also put it on there so that it is a pocket, and it holds 2 of the medium-sized tags. This page has kind of a fancy little pocket here and holds a journal card and a tag that's 2-sided so that there's room for writing. I love this, these leaves that I have used several times throughout the journal. Just tacking them down here and there with some glue. This is the piece that was that I did the embossing on, and it really can't be written on. It's just a decorative page that I have added in there, so it's just there to be pretty. I highlighted it with some gold. I have a little Kitchen Fairy poem on the back. This page I have a tab on, and I have added on some charms on a bulb clip that I have a key and a butterfly and my little Made with Love heart that I try to put on each journal. This pocket here was made out of some beautiful hand-dyed lace, and I just have a couple of journal cards in it. This is a tag that I have mounted on here so that there's a side pocket, and it had little doors, so I have them open up to reveal the little fairies having tea. It just has a couple of journal cards in the side. This is another embossed piece that I did with the blue, I think it's polka dot paper from our kit, and I embossed it, and I cut it in half, and I've used it the other half later on. Inside the embossed pocket I have a tag and a couple of journal cards, and I like these tags to kind of be up so that the ribbons hang out the top of the journal. This is my rice paper, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, and I'm glad I have it in here, but I will do something different next time. You can't really write on it because you can see through it, so I ended up just decorating it on both sides and adding pocket with a tag so that there is still some writing space. But this is beautiful, delicate paper. I really like it, and I'll figure out something better to use it for. I did the same thing on this side. I think maybe this is where we stopped last time. This is one of the hidden paper clips that I made that it is decorated on both sides. And I showed how I did these in my first video for this journal, for this kit. And I fixed it so that in this glassine bag, a tea could be stuck up in there, tea bag. So this has a paper clip inside, and it just clips on like this, and the tea bag slides up inside. I decorated the bottom. I really like this lace. This is kind of a stretchy lace I got at Hobby Lobby, and it's very delicate and old-fashioned looking. I've decorated it with the teacups and a butterfly, the bling down the center, and the sparkle on the wings. This is the back side of that hidden paper clip. I did not put anything up in there, but it can be used to tuck something up in. On this, I layered some of that sparkle netting that I had, and some lace, and just a little piece of this pink ribbon or ruffle that I had left over. And I have one of the little teapot houses with fairies welcome and some bling. This is the center of the book, and I've bound the book with putting 3 holes in and threading this thread through. This is a wax coated thread, which I've double knotted and made the bow and put glue on it to hold it. And I put a couple of charms on the ends hanging out the bottom. I have a I don't know if that's a feather or a fern, and a flower. Here I made a belly band out of 2 little pieces of paper that I had left over when I was cutting out things, where I had printed on the back, and there's all these strips of paper that or cardstock that I end up with decorative. So I've got the pink plaid and the pink floral, and then I covered the seam by using this pretty lace. I put a bow at the top and this pretty tatting at the bottom to hang off the page. And inside the belly band I have some tags for writing. I tried to put quite a bit of lace and ruffles on the edges and on the bottom here, so that this would be a nice fat feminine looking journal. This page was already decorated, so I put our lace down the side and our leaves to frame it, and the little words that say "Tread carefully, fairies play here." This is the other side of the rice paper, and I took that pretty lace, stretchy lace I told you about, and I actually put it on both sides. I wanted to kind of reinforce that edge, since this is it's almost like tissue paper, maybe just a little bit thicker. And so I decided to put a journal card on each side that were the same size. So this is just for decorative. On this page I made 2 pockets out of one of the folders. I just cut it in half and made 2 pockets. In each of the pockets I have tags for writing. This one is decorated with one of the little cupcakes with flowers on it and the word Fairy Whispers, and this one has a butterfly. I put the ruffled lace. It's real stiff. It's kind of hard to work with, but it makes the journal really, the pages really stand up nice on the edge. I put that ruffle on there and just a little piece of my green trim, sparkly trim. This page I didn't do anything to except the word enchanted, and to put the sparkly on the wings of the butterfly. On this side I wanted to leave a little bit of room for writing, and I used again one of my edges that I trimmed off, that I saved, the word Moonlight and a cupcake. And then this is an envelope from one of the other kits of Carrie Ann that I saved and decided to use in here. It matches. And I trimmed it with our green and the white lace and our little fairy. And it flips up to show a journal card inside. This page I decided to use, there's part of the design printout that we have. It has 2 side-by-side little pages, and there's four on a page. And I guess those are where you can cut them apart for journal cards, or you can use them like I have, or you can actually make a small journal. So I just took this so that it would be a flip out for journaling space. But when I glued it down, I glued 3 sides so it has a pocket also. So this is just trimmed with that with some pretty lace, and has the cupcake on it, and it opens up for writing space with the teapot house. And then the pocket holds one of these tags that opens up for writing, and another tag. I like these side pockets with a ribbon that can stick out the side. I put this down lower on the page so that I could decorate the top with some, this is off-white cotton lace. I used the word magical and one of the stamps and our butterfly with bling and some little silk roses with pearls in the middle. This is the other side of the embossed vellum paper. I just put the heart angels on the front and this journal card on the back. This is just for decorative. On this page, I used another one of those small little flip outs that are made from those same size as this one here. I decorated it with the lace on the side and some of our leaves. And I love, this is my favorite little fairy. And so I gave her some pretty sparkly wings. So this opens up and has the doors to a cottage inside. And it is also a pocket. And inside the pocket, it has a postcard, one of the file folders for writing, and a tag. Any of these tuck spots like this, if you were going to give this for a gift, you might want to put a letter or a poem or something special in these pockets. At the bottom, I used my blue ruffle that I had left, this little piece, and then a little piece of my pink that's more kind of a peachy color. I didn't have the whole width, so I put a flower there and some bling across. And this is the end of the journal here. This is the other side of the blue plaid or polka dot. I can't tell which one it is, but it's embossed. I showed you in the last video the embossing folder, and I have a Sizzix Big Shot that I just run that through, and it does this on the paper and the vellum that I used. I put some green ruffle across the bottom, which kind of makes this a double layer from the other side. And this is a pocket, and it has in it the little kitchen fairies and the cupcake. All these fairies have the sparkle on their wings. And on this last inside back cover, I just left some room for writing and had these beautiful roses already. I used a little piece of that silver sparkle netting and or tulle, and I squished it in the middle and tied this ribbon around it and glued it down. And then I have our little fairy sitting up there on top of it. I used the same lace on the back that I used on the front inside cover. And then this is the back, and I always sign my journals. This is Fairy Rose Journal, made with love, Carolyn. And this stays attached on here so that whenever you want to finish up with it, you just tie it closed. And it makes a beautiful journal to have on your coffee table or your bedside table. And we've always got this pixie dust that you can sprinkle around anytime you want to. This is really neat. These are actually glass bottles. And of course I have 24 of them now. Just like anything else with crafts, you can't just buy one or two. You have to buy a whole bunch. But I think I'll use these. They're really cute as dangles on the journal. So I think this is all I'm going to do with the Teapot Fairy collection at this time. I have everything printed out, so I will come back to it. But I have a couple of other things I need to get to. One is for a swap. It's a glassine bag cover, and then I'm supposed to fill the bag with all kinds of neat things, and I'll share that on a video. And then there's a new kit coming out for the craft room that I want to get started on. It's a fall kit, so I want to go ahead and get started on it, and then I'll come back and do some more Teapot Fairy things, because I was really inspired by this kit, and I just absolutely love this journal. Everyone is my favorite, but this is my favorite so far, and I hope you've enjoyed it and have had a good day. Biscuit and I went out this morning, and he sat quietly watching me work like my husband used to do, and I got a whole area cleaned out around my big walnut tree out in the middle of the backyard that was all overgrown and awful. There's some pretty flowers in there, but it's just looked awful. So I got that all cleaned out this morning, and then this afternoon we came in and worked on this. So it's been a wonderful day. I hope you've had a good day and found the joy in your day and shared it with others that you met along the way today. So I'm gonna go get busy on my other things, and so I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.